I can, mate, loud and clear. Welcome everybody to the final day of this 73rd Strandja tournament from Sofia Hall in Sofia, Bulgaria. Here we go. Just about to get things moving. 13 finals we were scheduled to have today. We'll have 10 in fact in the end. 5 in the afternoon, 5 in the evening. There have been a number of walkovers due to injury and illness, which is unfortunate. And in this afternoon session, we won't get to see YASEN RADEV against MAKHMUD SABYRKHN at Bantamweight in the men's, which is a shame. Bulgaria against Kazakhstan, that was shaping up to be a really good fight, but RADEV unfortunately is injured, so SABYRKHN claims the gold medal there. And the table at the moment stands Uzbekistan 5 golds, Russia 3, Ireland 2, Kazakhstan now 2, including that one for SABYRKHN, Bulgaria with 1. And a good crowd in today as well. A lot of teams have stayed around, even if their fighters have been eliminated, some young boxers as well. And the standard has been as high as always. 368 fighters descending on this famous old hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans, welcome to the 73rd International Boxing Tournament, Strandja 2022. The finals will take place in the next few days, with a total of 13 rounds remaining. EIPA has chosen this event first at the gold medal series, with a $200,000 to be given away. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the first bout of today's afternoon final will be men's middleweight division. The referee of the bout will be YILDIRIM from India. Welcome on the ring, the boxer, fighting under the red color, representing Ukraine, ANDRIY.
So first up, we've got the men's minimum weight division. This is ANDRIY TYSHKOVETS of Ukraine. Got past Mil, took by Ulu of Kyrgyzstan on a split 4-1 in his semi-final. Not too much international experience for TYSHKOVETS, so this is a big stage for him, a big opportunity.
His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, is the boxer representing the Russian Boxing Federation, KHUDOIAN.
EDMOND KHUDOIAN of Russia, a lot more experienced, three-time Russian national champion. I saw him at the World Championships in Belgrade last autumn. Interesting, beat Andriy Yefimovic of Ukraine and then was disqualified against Kazuma Aratake. He does dip very low at the waist, he moves his head a lot. Point deductions for him are a regular feature. He had 3 points taken and therefore was disqualified. He couldn't quite believe it, but you could see how it happened. He had a huge win in his semi-final against Sandzor Tashkent of Kazakhstan on a split 3-2. He had a point deducted and got the decision with 3 judges who finished on 28 points each. Tashkent won gold at the World Youth Championships last April, and I was really impressed with him when I saw him out there. He was in my ring, so that's why I described that as a huge win, because he's a long, lean, talented southpaw. So TYSHKOVETS, Ukraine in the red, KHUDOIAN, Russia in the blue. Russia with 3 gold medals so far. Ukraine yet to get off the mark. TYSHKOVETS out of that southpaw stance. KHUDOIAN orthodox. And there's that upper body movement. Dips low there and throws a right hand into the body. Early signs are here that he has changed a little bit stylistically since I last saw him. As I say that, again, he just flexes those knees and gets low. But what he was doing in Belgrade was dipping low at the waist. His head sometimes was below the waist. His feet were set quite wide and he would come up with the head as he did there. It makes head clashes a danger. He switches southpaw now, KHUDOIAN. He's made a good start here. Jabs up to the head, goes down to the body. Long right hand to the body. But as I say, I think he's learned the lesson from that World Championships, that he couldn't continue to go about things in quite the way that he had done, or he was always going to be flirting with the DQ. Looking for a huge uppercut there, KHUDOIAN, couldn't quite land it. TYSHKOVETS trying to stay patient here, it's not easy for him. KHUDOIAN is a slippery customer, lots of movement. And that's good adjustment of the height there, just drops his height, combination to the body, then gets back out. TYSHKOVETS having manoeuvred KHUDOIAN into the corner there, didn't really let his hands go. I think he needs to get off a bit quicker. Referee just saying to KHUDOIAN he needs to keep his head up. Right hand to the body, again just steals that right hand to the body. TYSHKOVETS in exactly this kind of position has got to commit because he's waiting too long. KHUDOIAN's getting a punch away and then spinning off. He's got very quick hand speed. He's got the edge there, certainly, on TYSHKOVETS. And it's not so much that TYSHKOVETS is backing him up. KHUDOIAN is happy to give the ground. Operating around that outer circle of the ring. Left to the body there from KHUDOIAN. And TYSHKOVETS almost got hold of him there for the first time, really. Left hand just slipped over the shoulder. This is around for the blue corner. Don't think there's any doubt about that. As our MC was saying in his introductions, Vitan Boyadziev, there's a $200,000 prize pot for this, $4,000 US for a gold, $2,000 for a silver, 1,000 each for the bronze medalist. This is the first in what is being called the Golden Belt Series. Either continuing apace with their augmentation, I think you would have to describe it, of their schedule, of their calendar. The way they put events on last year was noticeably different to what had gone before. I've been covering this for 7-8 years now, and everything was different. 10 nines across the board there for KHUDOIAN, and a lot coming up this year. The Women's World Championships in Istanbul in May. There's European Championships, men and women, seniors, American elites. Next up is the Asian youths and juniors. There's a European youths coming up as well. It's very, very busy. The Golden Belt tournament itself in Romania back at the start of April. The GB in Finland will be with us soon as well. KHUDOIAN there just peppering the jab early in round 2. Goes down to the body, then up to the head, and TYSHKOVETS just can't really do anything with him here. He's trying to cut the ring off. But KHUDOIAN, even though he is shorter, has actually got quite long arms. So he'll steal in for those punches to the body. But just by throwing a 1-2 there on the ropes, he manages to keep TYSHKOVETS at bay, and then through a nice long combination there as well. As I say, he's not being pushed back to the ropes, he's giving the ground. There's a big difference. Happy to try and draw TYSHKOVETS onto him. Just coming in a bit low with the head there, that's what he needs to be careful of. Looking for a big overhand right there, slashing right hand, KHUDOIAN. Leaps in with a lead right uppercut there, KHUDOIAN. I'm not really sure what TYSHKOVETS can do about this, to be honest. He's trying to use those feet, he's trying to mirror his opponent, he's trying to block off the exits. But KHUDOIAN is just that much quicker all round, really, when it comes to his upper body movement, his foot movement, his hand speed. As exemplified there. This will be good experience for ANDRIY TYSHKOVETS, that's for sure. Lead right hand there, just closed the distance so quickly. And then moved off to the right, pretty much as he was throwing it. Down to the body again, up to the head. This is a good performance from the Russian. A really good performance. A touch of gloves between the two, and that will be another round for the blue corner. 25 years old now, Edmond KHUDOIAN, from the Chelyabinsk region. Four 10-9s, 1-10-9 going for TYSHKOVETS there from the French judge, the other 4 going for KHUDOIAN, so he's got a commanding lead heading into this third and final round. 20 points to 18 is what my card says as well, but an easy fight to score this one from where I'm sitting. Slightly elevated position, I'm not right up at ringside with the judges, but got a very, very good view. KHUDOIAN just caught a little bit square on the ropes there, but when he is, he sets his feet and lets his hands go. Good left hand to the body again there, and just rolls away to his left hand side. TYSHKOVETS sticking to his task. Keeping that guard high, trying to find that 1-2. Again, just takes the feet across. He's actually cut off the ring quite well, I think, but KHUDOIAN is comfortable backing up. Comfortable when he feels that bottom rope against the back of his calf. For a lot of fighters, that's the cue that they need to move, but for him, that's almost where he feels most at home, just that kind of couple of feet almost inside the ropes. That's the corridor, that perimeter of the ring that he uses 90% of the time. His opponent has no choice but to come looking for him, and if he wins the first round, KHUDOIAN, then his opponent has got to take it to him even more, and that will suit him even better. So the opening 3 minutes in a fight against someone like him is absolutely crucial. It's quite common that in either boxing, in international boxing, you get a lot of back foot fighters, and you desperately need to win the first round against them. The first round becomes absolutely key. As I say, if you lose it, then you have to come to them, and that's what they want. But if you manage to win it, then they have to come to you more, which isn't really what they want to do. So deep into the final minute. It's been a good watch, this. TYSHKOVETS just, again, walking across the ring, looking for that left hand, and sounds unkind to say it, but his punches just seem quite pedestrian by comparison to KHUDOIAN's. He's in very good shape, KHUDOIAN, as well. He looks like he could do this for another 3 rounds. Left to the body there from TYSHKOVETS was a decent little shot. Those are the kinds of punches he needed to find from the beginning, really. Just anything to try and slow his man down, land on him any way he can, whether it's shoulders, arms, anything. Just having a bit more success right towards the end of the third and final round there, TYSHKOVETS, but KHUDOIAN with a clear lead going into that final round, and this will be another gold medal for Russia, which will be their 4th. Uzbekistan still leading the way with 5. They don't actually have any finalists today, Uzbekistan. There's a real mix. Ukraine and Russia in this one. Our next fight up will be Italy and India. Then India again, Ukraine again, Bulgaria, Germany, Russia, Bulgaria. Bulgaria had 4 finalists yesterday, converted 1 into a gold medal.
Decision out of the blue corner,
KHUDOIAN gets it by unanimous decision, so he would have swept that final round with the judges. Easy fight to score. Good performance. Crowd appreciating it as well, which is always good. I beg your pardon, Uzbekistan have 1 finalist today. That's in the very last fight of the finals. Super heavyweight, Lazizbek Mulajonov in against Nelby Tiafak of Germany. That should be a good way to finish.
And now please welcome the first women's battle of today's afternoon finals. In women, middleweight division. The referee in this bout is ROSENOV from England. And now, welcome on the ring, the boxers fighting under the red corner representing Italy, ERIKA, PRISCIANDARO.
So this is ERIKA PRISCIANDARO. This is the women's minimum weight division. 19 years old, PRISCIANDARO. Saw her at the World Youth Championships last year where she won a bronze medal. European Youth Champion, European Junior Champion, so very good credentials. Beat Marta Abol of Spain by unanimous decision in her semi-final. And her opponent is NITU of India, beat Hanna Ochota of Ukraine in her semi-final. The Ukrainian corner stopped it just a few seconds into the third round. Very interested to see NITU, with Mary Com having departed the scene after such an illustrious career. NITU could be primed to take over at this lowest weight for India, who had a sensational World Youths in the women's section, dominating there, winning 8 out of the 10 gold medals. It was in the end, I think 7 or 8 anyway. It was quite something.
Blow, listen to the referee, okay? Good luck.
So PRISCIANDARO of Italy, that's her, boxing out of the red corner. And across the way on the right-hand side there, representing India, is NITU. Five scoring judges at ringside as always, using the 10-point must. They've got those little consoles in front of them. They can score around 10-9, 10-8 or 10-7. 10-6 used to be available, not anymore. 10-9 for a regulation round win, if you like. 10-8 for a dominant round win, a very clear round win. 10-7 for complete domination. You don't see many 10-7s because you're getting into territory there where maybe there's been some standing counts and the referee will think about stopping the fight because it's just too one-sided. So a couple of southpaws here. PRISCIANDARO in the red, NITU in the blue. NITU's got the height and the reach here, looking to try and establish that jab, that 1-2 early on if she can. PRISCIANDARO with nice balance. He's got to get that little bit closer. Reaching for the left hand there, PRISCIANDARO. Good right hand there from NITU. Put that on the back of the 1-2, scored with it. PRISCIANDARO just stretching, couldn't quite land there. That's the problem she's got. She's going to have to commit with her feet a little bit more, get closer if she's going to land. And again, let's go with the left there, and is caught with a short left on the way in. She's got to move that head on the way in, PRISCIANDARO. Just in and out with the feet there, the Italian. These two just standing off each other slightly here. There's that right-hand counter. She's landed that a couple of times now, NITU. She can come in quite wide with that left hand, PRISCIANDARO, and NITU comes back with a shorter, straighter punch. NITU holding the centre of the ring. PRISCIANDARO just giving that ground to the ropes. Again, just short there. The fighter in red. Heading into the final minute of round 1. Not a huge amount clean has landed, but the better punching has come from NITU. again scores with that right. Couple of lefts to the body there from NITU. Good jab. She was just arranged there, PRISCIANDARO. Slight lapse in concentration maybe. The 1-2 just about got there. And then another one off the back of it from NITU. PRISCIANDARO is struggling a bit with the length, with the range of her opponent here. There's that 1-2 again. She's just found the distance towards the end of the round. She was landing before that. Not so much with that long, loose 1-2, but more with counters. And now just leading off, finds the jab again there. Touch of gloves, and good round for the blue corner. PRISCIANDARO's got to gamble a bit in this second round now because she's lost that opening round. Got to try and move that head, get in close, find a way past that jab, past that 1-2. 10-9s across the board there for NITU. So into the second round, NITU of India in the blue took that one 10-9 across the board in the first. ERIKA PRISCIANDARO in the red of Italy, bronze medalist at last year's World Youth Championships. Good use of the feet there from PRISCIANDARO. She saw the 1-2 coming, just took her feet back, stayed out of range. Steps in looking for the 1-2 herself there. Committed a little bit more, caught by the jab again there. NITU just holds that lead glove low, looking for the jab. Just pushing that right glove into the face of PRISCIANDARO. She uses her height and reach pretty well. Nice and balanced. Again, there's a 1-2. I don't think that quite got there. PRISCIANDARO in this second round isn't getting caught quite as much. The jab just about got home there, but she's not really able to get too much done herself. Midway through round two. So halfway through the contest. Good head movement there from PRISCIANDARO. Just gets up tight there. And that time was actually a little bit too close, the Italian. I think she felt the referee was going to intervene and he didn't. NITU realised and let her hands go again, but nothing really landed. PRISCIANDARO having a little bit more joy there. Got to kind of mid-range. Through that left hand. She's had a better round here, the fighter in red. I don't think she's done enough to win the round, but it's certainly a better round. Good combination there from NITU towards the final few seconds. The left came back though from PRISCIANDARO. Third and final round coming up. Good performance from her so far, from the fights we're looking at on screen there. 10-9s across the board again, NITU with that clear advantage heading into round number 3. PRISCIANDARO, as I've been mentioning, made improvements in that second round. She didn't get caught quite as much, but found it difficult to get into range herself. That showed it kind of perfectly there, because she just pulled her weight back and avoided the 1-2, and again there, just by a fraction, by millimetres. But then when she threw her own punches back again, she was also short. That's the issue she's had, really, is getting close enough to NITU to land her own shots without getting caught in the process. So third and final round, NITU of India, 20 points to 18 up, with all 5 of our judges at ringside. And this will be India's first gold medal of this year's Strandja tournament. Looking for the 1-2, fell short there, NITU, and PRISCIANDARO came back with the counter. Jab to the chest there from the Italian. So much more to come from her at senior level. As I said, just 19. This will be very good experience for her. Midway through the round. Feinting with that front foot there, NITU. Then looking for the jab. PRISCIANDARO, you see, just taking those feet back a little bit. Came in there, but was caught on the way in. Caught in that middle ground by that 1-2 from NITU. She hasn't really managed to get that head on the move too much as she's come forward, PRISCIANDARO. That's been a problem for her. She's tended to come in straight lines, really. So the final few seconds, left hand there from NITU. And she hasn't overexerted herself in this third round, but she's on her way to gold. That much we do know. There goes the bell. And congratulations from the Indian corner for their fighter. And we have another Indian finalist in our next fight, women's 52 kilo flyweight category, NIKHAT, up against TETIANA of Ukraine.
And now, the winner, by unanimous decision, on the blue corner, from India, NITU.
So NITU gets it and gets India on the gold medal board. Clean sweep of 30 points to 27, winning every single round on every single card.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
So now we've got some medal ceremonies. First up will be the men's minimum weight, 48 kilos, 46 to 48 kilos, which we saw won by EDMOND KHUDOIAN against ANDRIY TYSHKOVETS. Russia getting the win over Ukraine. And they're just lining up away to the right-hand side of the podium, over on the far left-hand corner of the arena as I look at it. PRISCIANDARO just struggled with those long levers of NITU, with the height and reach advantage that she had over her and that she used to good effect as well. It's not always the case. You see a taller fighter and sometimes they don't really make the best of what they've got. They either lean into the jab a bit and take away that reach advantage, or they actually like to fight more at mid-range, dig their toes in and try and get real leverage into those hooks and uppercuts. But NITU does what you would, as a coach, want a tall, long-armed fighter to do.
Third place and wins of the bronze medals in men's minimum weight category from Kyrgyzstan, EDMOND.
So the bronze medalists in the men's minimum weight are Turkbayulu of Kyrgyzstan and Sandzar Tashkenbay of Kazakhstan. That's Turkbayulu. Tashkenbay, who I mentioned earlier, won gold at the World Youth Championships in Kielce in Poland last April. Looked really good doing it too, so you'll be seeing plenty more of him.
And in second place and winner of silver medal in men's minimum weight category is from Ukraine, ANDRIY.
TYSHKOVETS of Ukraine with the silver.
And now, the winner of gold medal in men's minimum weight category is EDMOND KHUDOIAN from the Russian Boxing Federation.
EDMOND KHUDOIAN of the Russian Boxing Federation gets gold. Very good performance in the final it was too.
And now please rise for the winner. The award ceremony for men Bantamweight category begins. Let us invite the medalists to the podium.
So this is the men's bantamweights, where there was a walkover. The final was due to be between MAKHMUD SABYRKHN of Kazakhstan and YASEN RADEV of Bulgaria. RADEV unable to box due to injury, so SABYRKHN in the middle there, he gets gold. Good fighter, was really looking forward to that final. Silver medalist in Belgrade, SABYRKHN lost to Tomoya Tsuboi of Japan. These are the bronze medalists. We have Tamir Galanov of Serbia and Daniel Asanov, also of Bulgaria, who has won this competition numerous times. A much decorated, much medalled elite international amateur, Asanov. Big hand for him from the crowd.
In second place and winner of the silver medal in men Bantamweight category, from Bulgaria, YASEN RADEV.
See that damage on the left eye there of RADEV. He's had some stitches in that. His right eye, sorry, on the left as we look at it.
The winner of the gold medal in men Bantamweight category is from Kazakhstan, SABYRKHN.
SABYRKHN gets the gold. Kazakhstan's second of this Strandja Memorial Tournament.
Now please rise for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Thank you.
So say a shame we didn't get to see that final. Bulgaria had 4 finalists yesterday. Stanimira Petrova managed to convert her guaranteed silver into a gold. Their other 3 finalists couldn't quite manage to do that. But there are more Bulgarian fighters in action today. 2 more in this session. RADOSLAV Rosenov at lightweight. People excited about him. SVETLANA KAMENOVA in the women's featherweight division as well. So they've had a good showing in this 73rd Strandja Memorial Tournament. Plenty of medals. They'll be hoping to add to that 1 gold over the course of the next hour. .368 fighters, a record number, came for the tournament this year. Many of them have stayed, despite the fact that they don't have any teammates remaining in the competition, which is always good to see. You can continue training, pick up sparring. So next up, we've got the women's 52 kilo category, women's flyweight, NIKHAT of India and TETIANA of Ukraine. And they are just poised and ready to make their ring entrance before too long. Over on the far side, diagonally across the arena to my right. Some of the Italian team there. Out in force here this afternoon to support ERIKA. PRISCIANDARO picked up her silver.
And now, please welcome the boxers in women's flyweight division. The referee in this bout is the Nation from Bulgaria. Now, welcome on the ring, the boxer, fighting out of the red corner, representing India, NIKHAT.
So India looking to make it consecutive gold medals here. NIKHAT trying to follow NITU. She had a big win in her semi-final, beat the Olympic silver medalist Buznaz Kakiroglu of Turkey on a split 4-1. Both of them had points deducted. NIKHAT's a former world junior champion.
And now, her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, is the boxer representing Ukraine, TETIANA.
TETIANA of Ukraine got past MAKHMUD of Uzbekistan on a split 4-1. Rakhimova had 2-point deductions and that proved decisive.
Up, no elbow, no slipping, no holding. Okay.
So India in the red, Ukraine in blue. Ukraine still looking for their first gold in this year's Strandja. Women's flyweight division, 52 kilos. Cobb trying for that 1-2 early on, almost landed that right hand. Lead left hand there from NIKHAT. And these two not wasting any time here, engaging the centre ring. She's got the height and reach advantage here, NIKHAT, and she looks to try and use the jab there and step into the 1-2, but she does step into that 1-2, leans in a bit. So as I was saying previously, she takes a little bit of that natural advantage away from herself. She looks to me like she likes to engage at more like mid-range, and TETIANA will not be unhappy with that. Good body attack there from the Ukrainian. Short with the 1-2 there, NIKHAT. And Cobb tried to fire back, but I don't think really landed. Left hand there from Cobb off the back of a couple of 1-2s from NIKHAT, neither of which I think really landed all that clean. She's upping the tempo here, the Indian fighter, looking to try and push Cobb around a bit, get on top of her and bully her a touch. Referee just telling Cobb that she needs to keep that head up, just past the midway point of round one, and they put a lot into this so far. In the 100 seconds or so that we've seen already. Short with that right hand there, NIKHAT, and Cobb came back with the right. As I said, she really does step in and commit, NIKHAT, but she can tend to get her feet stuck a bit. She did there, and Cobb fired back with a good right hand. These two again just exchanging up close, plenty of hooks going in. A right hand there I think landed from NIKHAT. Not easy to decipher exactly what got through there and what didn't. The referee just letting them get on with it on the inside, which is good. That's what you want to see. Lead left hand there from Cobb, and he just puts her head down and swings. I think she's tiring a bit towards the end of the round here, Cobb. The pace has been pretty fierce. NIKHAT with the 1-2. Again, just looks to ditch in the right hand. These two just fall into each other, end up in a clinch on the ropes. And there goes the bell. Entertaining opening 3 minutes. I go red corner there. She's an aggressive fighter, NIKHAT. As I said, she doesn't necessarily make full use of that height and reach advantage that she's got, but she keeps her tempo high and throws a lot of punches. 4 out of 5 judges going to the red corner. Our judge from Finland going 10-9 in favour of Cobb, who did land some decent blows. For me, pretty clear towards red though. Good jab there from Cobb to kick things off at the start of round 2. NIKHAT early in the second, just looking to try and keep things a little bit more on the outside. 3-punch combination finished with the left hand. Steps into range more there and lets her hands go. I did wonder if that kind of fight that she seems keen to have at times might suit TETIANA Cobb, and the answer is it does suit TETIANA Cobb, given her skill set, but NIKHAT is having the better of it at that range as well, just needing to tighten up the head guard a touch. Trying to move ahead to get onto the inside there. Cobb did so successfully, but then if anything was just a little bit too close. And when that happens, NIKHAT's able to wrap her up with those long arms. She's trying to do the right things here, Cobb. They're just inching forward, moving that head. Turning southpaw there, Cobb, looking for a nice straight little 1-2. Left hand to the body. A little bit of success there out of the left-handed stance. Just past the midway point. Again, a good 3-punch combination there. They all got through. She's beginning to have some joy here, TETIANA Cobb. Just keeping her composure a bit better when she gets up close. Prior to that, what's tended to happen is when she does get into range, she just puts her head down and swings. Whereas up on the inside now, she's getting her head up a little bit more and picking those punches a bit better. Good combination there though from NIKHAT. Not much in this round. Into the final minute. TETIANA Cobb needs it. And whoever finishes the stronger here in the final 30 seconds could get it. And quite a lot of wrestling. And Cobb just swinging with the left hand, didn't make contact that time. Southpaw again there, decent jab from the fighter in blue. Short right on the inside there from NIKHAT. Final 10 seconds. Nice right hand as they disengaged from Cobb, and then dips to a left and looks to throw a big right hand over the top. Well, there goes the bell, and that's another good round. This has been high octane stuff so far, this final at 52 kilos. And that was a close round. I thought the first one was pretty easy to score in favour of the Indian fighter. A bit messy in the second at times, but there was a lot thrown again. TETIANA Cobb had a good spell in the middle of the round. And NIKHAT gets it 10-9 across the board there. I wouldn't necessarily argue with that. Cobb, as I said, had a good spell in that middle minute. Maybe NIKHAT had the better of it outside of that. It was a better round, certainly, for Cobb, but in the eyes of the judges, not good enough to get the round win. So she's got a mountain to climb now, 20 points to 18 behind on 4 of the cards. And NIKHAT just needs to stay out of trouble in this third round, and she will claim India's second gold medal in about half an hour after the success of NITU. But I don't see any way that NIKHAT's going to take her foot off the pedal here. Lead left hand there from TETIANA Cobb. Got through. Moving ahead there, TETIANA Cobb, but moving it when she was out of range. And then when she got into range, stopped moving it. You often see that with fighters. They know they need to move their head to work their way onto the inside when you've got a shorter fighter against a taller fighter. They know what they need to do. It's in their brain, particularly at the start of the round. And then you'll see extravagant head movement way on the outside. And by the time they get onto the borderline of range, it disappears. Nice short right hand there from NIKHAT. Referee just having a word with Cobb about a little bit of holding, a little bit of pushing. Rather weary look about TETIANA Cobb there as she wandered across the ring a touch, feet crossing. Couple of tired looking punches, and NIKHAT made her pay for that. And again there, leading off with that left hand, a slightly weary look about it, which is understandable because she's put a lot into this final, and the work rate from both of these two has been impressive. Into the final minute. Good right hand there from Cobb, but then she got one back from NIKHAT. And these two just swinging right up until the final bell here. And at the bell, we know that that's going to be another gold medal for India, their second in a row. So a very good afternoon session for them. 2 finalists, and they will have 2 wins. But a good effort from Tetiana Cobb. Gave that absolutely everything she had. Did have pockets of success, got through with some good shots at times, tired a bit towards the end of that third round.
And the winner, with split decision, out of the right corner.
Split decision in favour of NIKHAT, so that'll be a 4-1, I think. The judge who gave Cobb the first round will have given her the third as well. I'd have gone 3-0 there myself, which is harsh on Tetiana Cobb to get nothing on the cards there, really. And Lithuania agrees with me. Everybody else has gone 29-28, 3 in favour of NIKHAT, 1 in favour of Cobb. Good fight.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me introduce you the boxers in men's flyweight division. The referee of this bout is RADOSLAV from the Russian Boxing Federation. And now, welcome on the ring, the boxer, fighting out of the red corner, representing Bulgaria.
So this is the men's lightweight division, and this is Radoslav Rosenov of Bulgaria. I saw him win a bronze medal at last year's World Youth Championships. Lost to Reito Tsutsumi of Japan in his semi-final. Tsutsumi went on to win gold and outstanding boxer of the tournament. He had a fantastic couple of weeks at Tsumi, so no disgrace in that for Rosenov. European Youth Champion. They're excited about him in Bulgarian boxing. He beat Gianluca Russo of Italy 5-0 in his semi-final. He's up against Murat Yildirim of Germany. He's not too experienced at this level. A split decision win 3-2 against Russia's Artur Subankulov in his semi. Both had points deducted. This is their 6th finalist, Bulgaria. They've had 1 gold so far. That came from Stanimira Petrova yesterday. But high hopes, certainly high hopes for Rosenov that he can do the business for the home nation here. He's in the red, Yildirim of Germany in the blue.
Head up, no low blow, no holding. Listen to my command, okay? Good luck.
Rosenov, southpaw. Yildirim in the orthodox stance there. Sets those feet nice and wide. Rosenov gives himself a good base to punch off. Moves in there, finds a left hand to the body. Both of these two will be looking to try and keep their lead foot on the outside of their opponents. That's the kind of battle for real estate, if you like, ring real estate that these two will be waging. They'll tread on each other's feet at times. That's standard for orthodox against southpaw. Rosenov with a left-hand counter there. Just about landed, I think. Looking to try and flick that jab. Holds those gloves up high, quite wide. Yildirim with his lead hand that little bit lower. Long left hand, I don't think quite got there to the body from Rosenov. These two just standing on the borderline of range here. Just seeing if they can find that range. Right hand from Yildirim. Again, not easy to tell if these are reaching the target or not. And most of the time, if they are, it's It's by the barest of margins. Midway through round one, not much to pick between these two yet. Good right hand there though from YILDIRIM, that definitely landed. Rosenov was coming forward, you saw his head just give there as that glove landed. So this is pretty even. He was short with the right hand there, YILDIRIM, but he rolled away to his left hand side after he threw it. Looking for a little uppercut on the break there, Rosenov. There's that right hand again. And the referee's giving a standing count there, and I think that's a slip really from YILDIRIM more than anything else, because he landed a right hand there. It was a good shot. Maybe one came back simultaneously. Maybe there was a little bit of a tangle of the front feet, but the fact that a standing count has been given by the referee won't necessarily have any bearing on the scoring of our 5 judges at ringside. Looking for that right, again YILDIRIM. Right hand from Rosenov, high on the head, final few seconds, and this just heating up as we get towards the end of the round. I'll be interested to see how this does get scored, because there's not been much in this. Not been much in it at all. And again, he ends up on the canvas there. And there's a bit of blood coming from somewhere. I can see it on the side of his neck there and on the back for YILDIRIM. Again, he threw that right hand. As he was throwing the right hand, he must have got caught with something. Quite a lot of blood there coming from a wound on the back of his head there, I think. A clash of heads, you would imagine. But the finish to the round there for YILDIRIM was not good, because he had 2 standing counts. As I say, they won't necessarily have that much bearing with the ringside judges, but it's not a great look to end up on your backside twice. Both times he protested. It was over, well, it was on the side of the ring where it was difficult for me to really see whether the counter from Rosenov landed. I saw the right hands from YILDIRIM. All 10, or 5 judges rather, have gone 10-9 in favour of Rosenov. It would be difficult not to when you see somebody put down twice. Good hand speed there from Rosenov. Well, the left hand didn't really land all that clean there. It was kind of the inside of the glove. He maybe dragged him down a little bit, so I can see why YILDIRIM wasn't too impressed with that. So into the second round, Rosenov with his nose in front. Right hand to the chest there from YILDIRIM. He's got to go after him in this second round now. That's the thing about these 3-round fights. You drop the first round and you've got a task on your hands. Dips low to his left and then tried to shovel the right hand over the top there, YILDIRIM. Looking to get close and let his hands go, but just got a bit too tight to Rosenov there. Smothered his punches. Nice left hand there from Rosenov. Found good range, then stepped off to his right. Threw a couple more. And I think the fact that YILDIRIM's having to commit here is suiting Rosenov. Good left hand there from Rosenov. You heard the applause from the crowd around me. I think a gum shield has come out here. It's YILDIRIM, so they'll need to rinse that off. Both of these two just get a little rest while that happens. Rosenov just keeping his man turning. YILDIRIM in the centre of the ring. Rosenov just working around him. Left hand there from YILDIRIM. No great power on it, but it did land. Uppercut on the inside there from Rosenov. Into the final minute of round 2. Single left hand from Rosenov, but his feet just got a little bit stuck there. YILDIRIM through the 1-2 back. There's that right hand again from YILDIRIM. Kind of pulls it through with that left. The left was short, I don't think deliberately so. But it's the right, almost a lead right he throws at times, which is the more likely to land. Nice counter there from Rosenov. And it was interesting there, you see YILDIRIM getting close and he moves those hands. It's as if he's looking to try and gauge the distance. He throws a 2-3 punch combination just there, and then throws the right hand off the back of that, but it's all a little bit elaborate. Rosenov was able to read him really and throw that left. There's that single left hand. Bell goes, and that'll be another round for the red corner, which will see Rosenov within touching distance here of winning a gold medal on home turf. Ten lines across the board, so 20 points to 18 in favour of Rosenov, heading into the final 3 minutes. Left hand again there from Rosenov. That's the punch that has done most of the heavy lifting for him. And again on the inside. He picks it well. YILDIRIM coming forward still here. Looked at the referee there, Rosenov. I think he was expecting a standing count. YILDIRIM would just roll underneath the punch nicely, but as soon as he let his hands go, the greater hand speed of Rosenov took over and he got pinned with a really good combination. Right hand from YILDIRIM, he claimed that one. Tense right up until the end for the coaching staff, but they know the scores. They get the scores in the corner right at the start of the minutes break in between rounds, so they'll be aware that the Rosenov is in control here, and that barring any kind of disaster in this final round, it would take a stoppage pretty much at this point. He's going to win here. Lead right uppercut. Just dipped to his right hand side and threw it. He's thrown some really eye-catching shots here, Rosenov, and you can understand why they've got high hopes for him in the seniors, having won that bronze at the World Youths last year. Waiting to spring forward there, and looks out at the crowd as he threw that 1-2 and then stepped into the left-hand side of the ring. Again, just looking out of the ring. Well into the final minute, he's enjoying himself in there, Radoslav Rosenov, and there's every reason that he should. Final 10 seconds. And the crowd will know when the final bell goes here that he's got this one in the bag. The referee just having a little word with him there. Rightly so, rightly so. Touch of gloves between the two. Good fight to watch. YILDIRIM put plenty into that. First couple of minutes of the opening round, there wasn't much in it at all. Then he got put down a couple of times towards the end of the round. ROSENOV really from that point onwards taking over, and he will get a well-deserved gold medal. So ROSENOV gets it, and they've got their second gold medal, Bulgaria. Stanimira Petrova got one yesterday, and now ROSENOV has followed suit. Silver medal for YILDIRIM, so a very good week's work for him too. And the crowd's on their feet around me here. They're used to seeing plenty of success in the Strandja for Bulgarian fighters, and he won every round on all 5 scorecards. So Bulgaria go to 2 gold medals alongside India, Kazakhstan and Ireland. Russia are on 4. Uzbekistan still leading the way with 5. Russia could level that up though in the final fight of the session. Women's featherweight. Their fighter Daria Abramova is up against Bulgaria again though. SVETLANA KAMENOVA boxing out of the blue corner for the host nation. Their final finalist. 7 finalists they've had in total. Bulgaria, which is a very good showing.
From Germany, now, welcome on the ring, the boxer, fighting out of the red corner, representing the Russian Boxing Federation, Daria Abramova.
Daria Abramova of Russia, a very experienced fighter, got a bronze medal 10 years ago back at the World Championships. Best result, a gold at the Europeans in 2016, a silver at the same competition 2 years later, then at European Games in Minsk in 2019, a bronze, the European Games that year doubling up as the European Championships.
Fighting out of the blue corner, it is a boxer representing Bulgaria, Strandja.
Kamenova's been around for a good while as well. She got a bronze at the World Championships in 2012 also, silver at the Euros in 2014. Won every round against Vilma Viitanen of Finland in her semi-final. Abramova had a split decision win against a fellow Russian in Lyudmila Vorontsova. So this is the final fight of the session. This afternoon session. Final session of the tournament to come up a little bit later, 6 o'clock local time. 4 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So Abramova, Russia in the red, Kamenova, Bulgaria in the blue. Looking for the jab early on there, Kamenova, southpaw. She is. Just flicking lead hands, these two. Right hand there attempted by Abramova. Right hand to the body from Abramova. Left hand straight down the middle from KAMENOVA. Not too much landed in the opening minutes. Neither of these two has really got their range yet. KAMENOVA has got the height advantage, a little bit of reach advantage that comes with that, but Abramova has got quite long arms herself by the look of it, so I don't think there would be all that much between them actually in terms of reach. Long arms is one of the things that makes you suited to be a fighter. Just snatching at that left hand a little bit there, KAMENOVA, rather than shooting it straight through the centre, choked it a bit. Carries those gloves low, Abramova. Nice and relaxed look to her, right to the body there from the Russian. Jab landed there from KAMENOVA. Not much on it, but it found the target. And just leaning in with the head there, Abramova trying to draw something from KAMENOVA, gloves high. Just hinging at the waist a little bit. Looking for that right to the body. She's landed a few of those. That might just about be enough to see her win this first round. But 40 seconds remaining yet, plenty that could still happen. Referee telling these two to engage. They'll be quite sparing with their work in this opening 3 minutes. The bell goes at the end of the round. I go red corner there. Abramova, of the two, landed the greater number of scoring punches, I would say, and also was looking to dictate terms a little bit more in there, holding the centre of the ring. There wasn't a massive amount in it. Well, Svetlana KAMENOVA gets it with all 5 of the judges ringside. As I said, there wasn't a huge amount in it. I preferred Abramova myself there. I thought that right hand to the body did some good work for her, landed another one there, and she was, generally speaking, the fighter who was holding the centre. Just looked a little bit more like the boss in there, so I think she's a bit unlucky, the Russian there, not to get anything in that opening round. We'll see how she goes about things in the second. Flicking that jab, KAMENOVA. Referee maybe needed to make his presence felt a little bit more there, issuing the instruction to stop. With the masks in place, it's a bit more difficult for referees. Things can get lost, particularly when there's a crowd. And KAMENOVA looking for the uppercut, landed it the 3rd time of asking there, right up close. Abramova, I don't think liked that very much, just pushing off with the forearm and just getting a little bit touchy between these two. The ref at some point during this round, I think, might just have to get hold of the pair of them and tell one to clean things up a little bit, possibly. Abramova closes in, finds the body with the right hand and followed by the left. And then Abramova ends up dumping KAMENOVA onto her back there. He's having a word with the pair of them here, the referee. I think maybe he needs to be just a little bit sterner. Midway through round 2. Nice jab, flick jab up from the waist there from KAMENOVA. Always moving that lead hand, whether she's throwing it or not, whether she's really looking to land it or not, it's always there, serving as a distraction some of the time. Good left hand there from KAMENOVA. Just lost her balance and she came forward a little bit there, ABRAMOVA. A right hand snuck in from KAMENOVA. ABRAMOVA again just looking downstairs with that right. KAMENOVA with a long 1-2. The left hand got there. Final 30 seconds of the round, and I think it's the blue corner who's had the better of the second round, by my reckoning. ABRAMOVA's just looked a little bit tight in the second round, a little bit frustrated. It's been quite messy. As KAMENOVA, I think he's got to grips with things a bit better in this second round. Good left hand there from the Bulgarian, then lucky flat uppercut again, and ABRAMOVA just pushing off with the heel of the glove a touch. So we most likely, I would say, we'll see KAMENOVA 2 rounds up through 2. On my card, it'll be 1 apiece, but the judges all went ABRAMOVA's way in that opening round. And indeed, 20 points to 18 for SVETLANA KAMENOVA, and it looks very much like she will be claiming Bulgaria's 3rd gold medal. They were due to have 3 finalists in this afternoon session. Unfortunately, YASEN RADEV at Bantamweight was unable to box against MAKHMUD SABYRKHN of Kazakhstan due to injury, so SABYRKHN won that with a walkover, but then we saw RADOSLAV ROSENOV get the win in the previous fight, and the fighter in blue here, KAMENOVA, is going to get the win against DARIA ABRAMOVA of Russia, unless ABRAMOVA can really turn it on in this final round. Nice combination there from KAMENOVA. No knockdown scores. A couple of good punches did connect there, but I think it was just a tangle of front feet, and that was what put ABRAMOVA down. Chopping down with that left hand nicely there, KAMENOVA. The gloves are up from ABRAMOVA, so it didn't really get through. Left hand into the body. Well, she doesn't need to lose a point in this final round here, KAMENOVA. That's really the only way that this could go wrong for her. If she had a point deducted and lost this final round, that would tie things up at 28-28, and then we'd be looking at judges' decisions. And that's all she really needs to be mindful of, because if she loses this round 10-9 with all 5 judges, it doesn't matter. Left hand there from KAMENOVA. Body attack from ABRAMOVA. Looking for the 1-2 again there, KAMENOVA. Into the final minute. Left to the body. KAMENOVA with a tight guard there, and she stays in close. Shotting with that left hand right towards the end of the round here. KAMENOVA, who just goes for a little walk. She's got this under control. She's got the gold medal. Nice combination, finishes with a right hook. There goes the bell, and this will be a third gold medal for Bulgaria. They're second in as many fights. SVETLANA KAMENOVA joins RADOSLAV ROSENOV and Stonomira Petrova as home gold medalists at this 73rd Strandja Memorial Tournament. Good performance from her. I had her winning myself in the end. I went ABRAMOVA in round 1, but KAMENOVA in rounds 2 and rounds 3, and it was a clean sweep for her across all 5 judges' scorecards. So we've got some medal ceremonies now.
Thank you very much. Please join us to the medal ceremony. This concludes our afternoon session. We'll be back at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
So 4 more medal ceremonies to finish off this afternoon session as we watch some highlights of that fight we've just seen. That win from KAMENOVA puts Bulgaria on 3 gold medals, so they go into 3rd in the table. Uzbekistan leading the way still with 5, Russia on 4, Bulgaria 3, Ireland, Kazakhstan and India all with 2 apiece.
Medals by the medals in the podium. Medals and diplomas will be presented by Bantam, the IDA representative.
So this is the medal ceremony for the women's minimum weight division. NITU of India in the middle there. ERIKA Prisciandaro of Italy on the left. Our two bronze medalists are Marta Arbol of Spain and Hanna Ochota of Ukraine. And this is Marta Arbol, beaten by Prisciandaro in her semi-final. Ochota fell victim to NITU. Still a very good week's work for the pair of them. Both of them ending it $1,000 better off.
In second place and winner of silver medal in women's minimum weight category is from Italy, ERIKA Prisciandaro.
19-year-old Prisciandaro, World Youth Bronze medalist last year, former European Youth Champion, European Junior Champion. Just struggled to get to grips with the range of NITU, really. The Indian fighter.
And winner of gold medal in women's minimum weight category is from India, NITU.
India with the gold medal, got so many female fighters coming through. As I mentioned earlier, won 7 out of 10 gold medals in the female section of last year's World Youths. And we'll be hearing that anthem again in a few minutes' time, because our next medal ceremony will be for the women's flyweight division, and that was won by NIKHAT against TETIANA of Ukraine. Actually, next up we are going to have the men's, well, that was the men's lightweights we saw just patiently waiting their turn, but next we will have the 52 kilo category. That's Tetiana Cobb at the front there from Ukraine. In the middle, NIKHAT of India. And then Tursunoy Rakhimova of Uzbekistan. And the other bronze medalist, Kakiroglu of Turkey, not present.
blue. And now, in second place and winner of silver medal in women's flyweight category, from Ukraine, TETIANA.
Tatiana Cobb, who gave a good spirited display in that final against NIKHAT, but NIKHAT was just a better fighter all round. Former world junior champion beat Kakiroglu in her semi-final, which was a big scout, Kakiroglu winning silver at the Olympic Games.
And now, please rise to the national anthem of India. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony for men's lightweight category begins. Let us invite the medalists to the podium. Medals and diplomas will be presented by YILDIRIM.
This is the men's lightweights, and a Bulgarian in RADOSLAV Rosenov in the middle of the podium there. Silver medalist MURAT YILDIRIM.
From the Russian Boxing Federation,
Our two bronze medalists. This is Artur Subankulov of Russia, who lost on a split to YILDIRIM in his semi. And the other one is Gianluca Russo of Italy, just about to get his medal.
And from Italy, Russo Gianluca. And now in second place and winner of silver medal in men's lightweight category from Germany, MURAT YILDIRIM. And now, the winner of gold medal in men's lightweight category from Bulgaria, RADOSLAV ROSENOV.
Big smile from Rosenov. As I said right at the start of the day, lots of people in Bulgarian boxing excited about him. He's a good fighter to watch, plenty of confidence. I saw him get that bronze at the World Youth Championships last year, lost in his semi-final to a very good fighter in Reito Sutsumi. So an awful lot more to come from him. Everybody's going to want to get their picture taken with Rosenov and also with our next gold medalist, SVETLANA KAMENOVA, another Bulgarian winner. I think the coach might possibly have split away a bit too quick there.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the award ceremony for the women's featherweight category begins. Let us invite the medalists to the podium. Medals and diplomas will be presented.
And this was the final fight of the session. Leading them out there is Daria Abramova of Russia, who got silver. In the middle, SVETLANA KAMENOVA of Bulgaria with gold, and the two bronze medalists, Vilma Viitanen of Finland, who is next to KAMENOVA, and on the end there, Lyudmila Vorontsova. That's her. Lost on a split to her fellow countrywoman, Abramova, in the semi-final.
From Finland, Vilma Viitanen.
Viitanen went out to KAMENOVA by unanimous decision.
And now in second place, the winner of silver medal in women's featherweight category from the Russian Boxing Federation, DARIA ABRAMOVA.
Silver for Abramova.
And now, the gold medal in women's featherweight category, representing Bulgaria, SVETLANA KAMENOVA.
And KAMENOVA with the gold. Third gold medal for Bulgaria. They've had a good week. Got lots of boxers into finals. 8 finalists in total, I think. 3 gold medals.
Thank you very much.
And that concludes the afternoon session. That's our final medal ceremony. We will be back in just over a couple of hours' time. For the evening session, where we have got 7 more finals scheduled for you. Thanks very much for joining us. Please do so again in a couple of hours.